Hi there, welcome back to another vlog. I know it's been a while. I haven't posted much in the last while. I kind of decided at the beginning of the summer that I was going to kind of take a break from doing so many YouTube videos. I did one vlog about my Jackson Guitars collection, and then a couple of other, review kind of things that I did. Just kind of decided to take a break for a while. And kind of concentrate more on my health. I've been really focused on doing stuff for my health. I'm actually kind of just getting over a bit of a cold or a flu or whatever's going around, so I still got a bit of a rasp in my voice, but kind of concentrate on my overall physical, mental, emotional health, everything. My day job's been kind of keeping me kind of busy and stressed out as well, so I actually didn't really play as much guitar either as I had planned, really, but I'm kind of been changing that. Now that we're going into the winter months and getting cold, I'm going to be indoors a lot more now, so I'll probably have more time to do guitar and vlogs for the most part. So that's kind of sort of the reason why. And also with YouTube, I also feel like there's no use in me doing like guitar cover videos, solo videos and stuff, just because there's so many on YouTube already. It's kind of really saturated. So I don't really see much of a use to doing a lot of like YouTube covers and stuff. Maybe the odd product review I'll probably end up doing. Kind of planning, I know somebody had mentioned about this guitar before, and that was my Prestige Ibanez, and that they kind of wanted a review on this old Ibanez that I have, which oddly for the last while has kind of become my number one guitar, which I got in a trade. I got this in a trade a couple of years ago. Didn't play it a great deal, but in the last while I've kind of fallen in love with this guitar again. Kind of been shelving my Jacksons for a bit too, which is kind of odd. But yeah, just kind of bringing me back to my youth, because I played a lot of Ibanez's back when I was in my early playing years, my teens especially. I had a few Ibanez, some of those good old Japanese ones. I had an RG770DX, a red one with kind of orangish pickups, that I actually ended up selling to a buddy, Tim Morrison, back in Sault Ste. Marie, who still has it to this day, I think. So he's got that one. I had a black RG 570. I had a silver grayish, what was it, an RG like 460, I think they called it, because it was one humbucker and two singles, and that was sort of the backup to my black 570 that I had. And then I actually had an S series guitar when I started getting back into playing music again, like back in about 2008. Before that I had bought an S series like this, the thin body S series. It was a 5, I guess that would have been a 470. Yeah, it would have been S470. And that guitar I really loved. I always kind of really loved the thin bodies that these guitars have. So I'm probably going to do a review on this one in the next little while. I'm planning on that. And as well, ironically, I picked up another Ibanez recently. So I had actually owned a couple of premium Ibanez's before I kind of got into my Legator guitar endorsement, which would have been, oh God, what was that, like 2014? And I had sold off my Ibanez premiums that I had, but I picked up this really nice looking red one, and which is kind of really cool. But I'm probably going to do a video on this, but actually I don't really like the pickup that's in this one. It's got, somebody put in a DiMarzio deactivator. And I actually ordered an Evolution pickup. I had Evolutions in my old ones, so I think I'm going to probably do a pickup shootout with this guitar, just to show the different tones between those two pickups. So I think that would be a good, valuable video for YouTube. Anyway, so I'm kind of planning a few videos in the next little while. So I guess I'll get right into the updates. For those wondering about Syryn, we did release our second album over the summer, which was Heads or Tails. And I'm really proud of that album. We had our show release, album release at the Rec Room here in Calgary. And we played a couple other shows, playing the whole album in its entirety, which has been really cool. And then actually next weekend, last weekend we played in Canmore, actually. We played at a music festival out there. And then next weekend we're actually going to Edmonton, which we haven't been in Edmonton in a little while now. We're actually going to open up for Striker, along with Ravenous and Rising Sun. So that's going to be a heck of a show, and it's at the Starlight. It's a great venue. I know last time I actually got to play the Starlight, the main room, was back when I was in the Metallica Tribute, which would have been back in about 2015 or 2016 maybe. I think, yeah, it was that winter of early 2016, I think we played. So I'm kind of really looking forward to that show. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to play the whole album because we're second on the bill that day. So, but anyway, I'm really looking forward to playing that show. Probably going to break out the Ibanez, actually. I still have a sentimental spot for this Jackson. This is the Kelly that I've been using a lot since I started with Syryn, so maybe I'll bring this one out. I know a couple of the players in those other bands play Jackson, so maybe, I'll bring out the Jackson just so I can be with the whole team, right? But I don't know. So with the new Heads or Tails album, I'm really proud of this one. I had a big hand in the songwriting on this album compared to the first one, because when we did the first album, most of the songs were kind of already written before I joined the band, and as I joined the band, I would start adding stuff, doing some guitar harmonies and whatnot, except Dead Men Tell No Tales was one where we wrote as a band after I joined, which I'm really proud of that tune. And one of the things was with the reviews of the first album, they actually mentioned there was not enough guitar solos, so I made sure the second album would have a lot of guitar solos, which was really cool. I got to add a lot of cool solos and leads on there. And actually, one song I didn't even play the lead. I was actually kind of like the main rhythm guy, and that was a song called Walk the Plank, which is a really cool, thrashy kind of a song. And Byron actually does the main solo on that, and he did a pretty darn good job. I really like hearing that one when we play live. I can just kind of, draw back and just play the rhythm, which is kind of cool. So I'm really, really proud of that album. And then we're kind of planning for album 3 after this winter. We'll see what happens, but for now, kind of laying back, kind of enjoying this album, doing a bit of a run for the next while. We're going to probably take a bit of time this winter now, probably write the next album, but for now we're going to enjoy this next show and then kind of go from there. So and then with Castigate, with my buddies, unfortunately, because I've been kind of ill this week, I couldn't jam with the guys. I even wasn't feeling that great the week before either, too. Can't remember. I think I canceled on that one too. But anyway, we'll get back to jamming at some point. We were kind of the last couple of times we jammed, we were actually getting into writing some pretty heavy stuff. Some of the influences that are popping in there are stuff as heavy as Machine Head and Slipknot and whatnot. So it's getting to be some pretty heavy tunes. And we're keeping it as a 3-piece, or just the 3 of us. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that project kind of evolves. And hopefully we can write and do an EP this coming winter, maybe after or probably before we do the next Syryn album. And I actually plan to do all of the engineering and all of the recording and producing the whole album. I want to do the whole recording for that one. It'll probably just end up being an EP. We're kind of aiming at just having 6 solid songs, enough to do a half-hour set and do some shows locally and open up for other people. And it's kind of like the plan for that. So hopefully, that kind of goes really well in the next bit. So, but otherwise, kind of... over the summer, I didn't practice as much guitar as I kind of hoped, just because I was kind of busy with a lot of stuff, right? Especially health-wise. I kind of got on this kick of walking every day, doing a lot of walking, I kind of enjoyed it, put my headphones on and just walk. Usually every day I'd take about a good 45 minutes every day after my work day and kind of really enjoy it. Just enjoy music again, especially listen to a lot of music. And it's kind of gotten me back into listening to a lot of the stuff that I was listening to in like the late 80s, early 90s. Especially, some of my favorite players like Steve Vai, and Alex Skolnick, Testament, some of those early Testament albums I listened to so much back then. And kind of listening to more of the guitar skill, right? Like a classic album for me is like Whitesnake's Slip of the Tongue album with Steve Vai. Like that's just such a great album. I love listening to albums like that. And kind of, I don't know, some people probably look down on this, but even stuff like Winger, White Lion, you know, stuff I enjoyed like that. Kind of back in the day where like the guitar showmanship was really up there, you know, arena rock and kind of stuff. I really kind of missed that kind of thing, right? And then you got, you know, like even like Pantera came out and they were like really big in life and heavier though, right? And of course, you know, Dimebag Darrell, one of my favorite guitar players, really brought up that guitar. And I kind of missed that about some of the newer music that's coming out. There's just something missing in that guitar playing, that flair. So I kind of want to bring that back. And anybody that sees Syryn play live, you know, we really do try to put on a big show. We have a lot of stage presence that we bring out. And it's a chance for me to kind of really let out and be the bit of the rock star, if you will, right? So I kind of might want to do something else on the side. Kind of been thinking about doing a cover band kind of thing. Kind of wouldn't mind making a few bucks while I'm playing music, playing guitar, and something where I can kind of show off a bit. So kind of investigating some stuff on that front to maybe doing something doing there. You know, even I'd love to do something like a Steel Panther kind of hair metal thing. I don't know. I thought about it before. I've reached out to people in the past, but you know, maybe I'll end up doing something like that at some point. Anyway, I don't know what you call it. Maybe like something like a midlife crisis, right? And where you relive your youth, right? Maybe, I want to relive being in a hair metal band or something. I don't know. But anyway, if it means playing more guitar, learning a lot more shredding and stuff, then hey, you know, sign me up for it. That's for sure. I kind of been missing playing and practicing a lot of guitar, so it's kind of nice to get kind of back to it. And there's just something about me playing Ibanez guitars lately too. It's just kind of bringing me back to my youth. Right, nothing against Jackson, although I have mentioned in videos that Jackson guitars in the last while has been kind of disappointing me for the most part. So I've thrown a couple of my other guitars for sale or trade on like Kijiji and Marketplace and stuff. So yeah, you might end up seeing me playing a lot more Ibanez's in the future. We'll see. But for now, you know, this guy here, you know, 2008. You know, I've been trying to find any more used ones like this on the market. These Prestige S. I love this thin body. Just find it really comfortable. So anyway, so that'll be a vlog for today. Like I said, you'll be seeing something else from me soon. Probably the review on that guitar. Once I get the pickup for this red premium RG, then I'll probably end up doing a video on that. And then yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll do any more behind the scenes with Syryn. I think maybe I did take some video from last summer when we played the Loud as Hell festival. You know, it'd be cool maybe if I ended this video with some of that footage. So anyway, till next time, shred on. Take care. All right, Brian and I are set up. We got our Tim Hortons. Now we're ready to head out to Loud as Hell. Yeah. Sound system. Oh. It's front of the stage. There we go.
If that kick's ready to go.
Next band setting up to go on. A lot of merch, food, good old Loud as Hell. Yeah! Oh, there goes Brian again. And yeah, lots of merch and stuff. Massimo. We've got games going on too, which is awesome.
That's the hardest one to get into.
Yeah, metal festivals, it's always about big, angry guys, right? Never.
We're not done yet.
Good. You got 4.